What up, my awesome viewers? Real Gian here, and this is the K70 3 to 4 years later, maybe around there. I know it's not 5 to 6 because that would be like the tramp stamp K70. This is the quote-unquote good one where they have the good logo, and yeah, it's been collecting a lot of dust because of me just using the inland as my daily driver, and this has definitely been collecting a lot of dust even though it's a daily keyboard. I will get around to cleaning it. I should probably do a cleaning video or something like that soon because of just, you know, COVID, and it's good to remain clean, but this is not the spotlight. The spotlight is this keyboard. So likes, dislikes, why I changed this from being a daily driver to sort of like a back burner kind of keyboard and bring it out from time to time. The main thing really is that it's just how stiff the switches are. Like at first glance, you don't think so, but it's just after using something like this is so soft. This is an optical switch, by the way. Yeah, but this is so soft and light to the touch. This feels really, really good. And then this feels not as good when you go for it back to back. If this is just by itself, it feels not too bad. But if you actually have like an optical switch and then you use it back to back, it feels really stiff and not comfortable, which is sad because this was my daily driver for I don't even know how long. But pretty much once I started using the clicky optical switches, wow, that was a mind-blown experience. And you can kind of tell like how I use my keyboard just from how certain keys look, obviously. Yeah, pretty much since done with college and just started working life, I don't really use this side of the keyboard. Just I don't really type that much. I mainly play video games when I get home from work, and you know, besides that, do a couple of like investment stuff. But this is not a personal finance channel, it is a tech channel, so let's talk about tech. So yeah, you can easily tell like how I use my keyboards just from this side being quote unquote cleaner, and this side is just god awfully dirty, and so is the rest of the keyboard. But yeah, pretty much I switch out mainly because of the switch. But the actual keyboard itself, I very much like the keyboard. I like having a lot of lighting effects, even though I basically stick to blue and whatever all of the lighting effects are: Vizier, rain, shower, warm, snake, or some other name they want to call it as. Yeah, I mainly just kind of keep it at blue because I like the color blue, so I kind of keep it like that. And everything still works, which is awesome, which of course, I mean, I guess it kind of goes without saying, but I am going to say it anyways. These mechanical keyboards will most likely last longer than you do. So there's a really high chance that you are going to get bored of the keyboard and switch out like me to something else, rather than you having to switch out a keyboard because it's broken or something. None of the switches are broken, none of them feels inconsistent. They're all consistently rough. compared to the optical switches. But if it's just by themselves, they feel good. Like, if I don't have an optical switch in my life, yeah, I would definitely keep this. But as a keyboard reviewer, and I'm guessing, well, not so much. So now more of like, as like a tech person, I kind of use a lot of keyboards, and the more keyboards I use, the more I want to switch out as my new daily driver, just because whatever particular keyboard that I happen to test is so freaking good that I buy it. And that's pretty much this keyboard. It's so freaking good that I buy it. Where after the testing phase, I realized that, you know what, this is a keeper. This is not gonna go back. This is gonna stay. So yeah, this is the same review unit that you have seen all the way back, and I don't even know how long, to be honest. Yeah, this is that same unit. So this has never went back. This pretty much got reviewed, got put through the trial runs of typing tests and everything, and then it stayed. It did not get back. And that's this keyboard. So going back to the K70, yeah, everything works. The lights work. None of the lights are inconsistent. None of them pops, I'm guessing, or burnt out. There you go. That's probably the better word to say it. None of them got burnt out, which is good. And then, yeah, just overall, it's a working keyboard. It works well. It does what it's supposed to do. It's really dirty just because it's been collecting dust. And overall, I would say I'm pretty happy with the purchase. Some 3-4 years down the line, it is up for sale and no one's buying it, let's be honest. But yeah, if I do have to sell it, it is gonna suck, because if you notice, this isn't the gamer keycap one. This is the professional key, the quote unquote professional keycap one, where it's more sought after in the keyboard community than the bold gamery font one. So there's also that, and which is kind of surprising that no one decided to buy it. I guess it's so outdated that the Mark II is just that much better. I'm guessing people would rather just buy the Mark II and then find these keycaps and then throw them in there and call it a day, rather than this particular keyboard. Or it could have been just because, like, this particular generation of the K70, the MX Blue is known to be problematic, where I heard there are lots of complaints about this particular generation of keyboard with the MX Blue switches. So maybe people are avoiding this just because they don't want a problem keyboard, especially if it's used. Then chances are when somebody's shopping for it, they're like, oh, this guy's selling it because it stopped working. That's probably why he's selling it. It could very well much be the case. Wow, it's freaking about almost 10 minutes. Okay, yeah. So everything works. It's fine. It's great. It's just not a daily driver anymore just because of how rough the keyboard is. And to end the video off, I might just do another typing test just so that we kind of send off the update. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys. You guys comment, like, subscribe, bell. I think that's pretty much everything. Alright, you guys stay awesome.